Happy Saturday from Rosemont, Illinois, the home of Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball and the Parkway Bank Sports Complex. We move from ESPN2 over to ESPNU for our final game of the day, and it's a matchup of the two undefeated teams here in Week 2. As the blue team of Captain Amanda Lorenz faces off against the gold team of Captain Lexi Kilfoyle. An up-to-the-minute look at the leaderboard. The game had just finished about 30 minutes ago. Team Wallace got a win over Team McQuillan. That really helped Skylar Wallace and Sachelle Palacios. They're now 3-4, but the top two players with a game in hand, Kilfoyle and Lorenz, and they go at it in this matchup tonight. Thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us. I'm with four-time first-team All-American Natasha Watley. I'm Mark Neely. Down on the field is Savannah Collins. We'll join her momentarily. I can't say any more than this. These are the two best teams going right now after what we saw from yesterday.
Yeah, in the top two spots, we got Team Kilfoyle, we've got Team Lorenz. And what I am excited for is this matchup. Team Lorenz is full of veterans. They do not have a rookie in their lineup, and they are going against a dominant Lexi Kilfoyle rookie who is coming out lights out, giving herself the ball to get the start tonight.
Yeah, Lexi Kilfoyle going right back at it in the circle. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Team Lorenz. You mentioned the veterans, including Bubba Nichols, UCLA and Olympian. Big game for her yesterday. 3 hits, 3 RBIs in their win. You also have Wiggins, Romero, Jordan Roberts, and Urtez batting in the 9 spots. Well, there was some question after Lexi Kilfoyle took herself out of the game yesterday after 5 innings. What was up? And maybe now we know she wants to pitch again today.
She's like, you know what? I'm resting up. I'm going to be facing a veteran dominant team. I got to be on my A game, and I got to stay sharp. And so she's just been so dominant in the circle. A lot of fun to watch. And she throws such a heavy drop ball, keeps that ball down. And so it'll be fun to see how these two teams match up.
All set to go on this Saturday. Rosemont, Illinois, in the Chicago suburbs. I'm not buying the feels like 81. It feels like a lot more. Well, at least a few more than 81.
Yeah, just the humidity is what's getting us. But there's a little bit of a breeze, so I'm holding on to every little piece of breeze that comes up here.
62% humidity, and it's only makes difference of 1 degree. Feel like I don't. Yeah. Okay. But it's a great night for softball. Victoria Hayward leading off. And she takes ball 1 from Lexi Kilfoyle. Hayward takes a strike. Victoria 5 hits so far in this championship season. Had 2 yesterday, and their win. A couple of hits, a couple of runs scored. Lexi Kilfoyle, her numbers this in her rookie season, just spectacular in her 3 starts. Has thrown 19 innings. Gave up a run in her first inning. So she has gone 18 consecutive scoreless innings into the start.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get run production off of her, and she's just so dominant.
Well, there's a game leadoff base hit. Victoria Hayward into left center field. Let's listen to more on Lexi Kilfoyle's self scout.
My name's Lexi Kilfoyle. I'm a pitcher, and my favorite pitch to throw is a changeup because you get to make the hitters look silly in the box when they swing and miss.
She's made a lot of hitters look silly here over the last couple weeks.
She absolutely has, and what's so deceiving is how she delivers the ball.
Lorenz laying down a bunt, and she beats it out. Just looking to move Hayward over and winds up with a hit of her own. You know, I think of Amanda Lorenz, I think of extra base hits. You're not used to seeing her bunt, but she is the team captain, and she says this is the spot.
Yeah, and she's going against her competition. She knows, hey, we don't get that many base runners, so I'm going to sacrifice myself. I'm going to make sure I get this ball down. But has a little sneaky speed. That's what I think a lot of people don't know about Amanda Lorenz, is that she's got some sneaky speed, but picks up a hit herself.
So back-to-back hits to begin the game for Team Lorenz, and Bubba Nichols coming off that 3-hit, 3 RBI game against Team McQuillan yesterday.
And I like where Amanda Lorenz and Bubba Nichols are in this lineup back-to-back. Yesterday they were just doing damage, 5 for 6.
Yeah, Team Lorenz fell behind in that game yesterday against Team McQuillan on a solo homer from Mackenzie Clark, but then Bubba Nichols, 2-run double, gave him the lead. She added another RBI hit later, and they went on to win 3-1. Ooh, strike 3 call on the high part of the zone, gets Nichols looking. Let's break down and get a little deeper into the arsenal of Lexi Kilfoyle.
And we just saw her changeup that she talked about that she loves throwing, and it's a 54 miles per hour, and so her hard stuff is upper 60s, and so it's almost a 10 mile per hour difference on her hard stuff and her changeup, and so hard to get your timing down as a hitter.
And a flip and deep left. It bounces on the track up against the wall. Davidson throws it in, but not before 2-run score. Hayward and Lorenz come in on a Hannah flippin' double. Just her second hit of the championship season. She was 1 for 11 coming in, but has given her team an early lead.
And just no better timing. She swings early in the count and just knows that she has to be aggressive. She's got some ducks on the pond. She needs to capitalize, runners in scoring position, and takes this ball on the inner half and takes it deep to left center.
So the streak for Kilfoyle ends at 18 consecutive scoreless innings. Team Lorenz with an early statement here, just 4 batters into the game. Tori Vidalis. Slow tap, fielded by Kilfoyle. Slings it to first to Bailey Klingler, who's getting the start at first base tonight. That does advance flipping over to third, and there are 2 outs. So Kilfoyle had allowed only 1 earned run all season. She's given up 2 now here in the first inning. First pitch strike to Megan Wiggins. Played at Georgia, was first team All SEC 3 times with the Dogs. Runner at third, 2 outs. I know it's early in this game, Natasha, but to me, as well as each of these teams have been playing, that's another big run at third base with 2 outs if Team Lorenz can get them in.
Absolutely. I mean, jump on her early if I am Team Lorenz, and if we've got runners in scoring position, like, definitely let's capitalize. She may get hotter as the game goes on.
Kilfoyle heading the count on Wiggins, a ball and 2 strikes. First start for Megan Wiggins in this championship season. She'd appeared off the bench 3 times prior to tonight. So he continues to battle Kilfoyle. A little bit low. Wiggins, who came in this week after week 1, number 10 on the leaderboard. Only one at bat for her in the game against Team McQuillan yesterday. That was as a pinch hitter. Went 0 for 1. Reaches out, pops it up, and Kilfoyle gives way, and that Delaney Wiz makes the catch. Kilfoyle 6-2, but that almost turned disastrous. But they do score 2 in the top of the first. Team Lorenz. And a Flippins 2-run double gave Team Lorenz a 2 spot in the top of the first inning. Here comes Team Kilfoyle in the bottom half. They have Taylor Edwards, their catcher, batting in the cleanup spot. Last night in their win over Team Wallace, had a couple of big extra base hits late in the game.
Yeah, she had a 2-run double and a 2-run home run. And I feel like Taylor Edwards just is aging like fine wine, and she's one of the vets here in the league. A lot of the pitchers love throwing to her, but what we don't talk about a lot is that she can do damage at the plate.
Got to wear the party hat after that 2-run home run. Here's the lineup for Team Kilfoyle. Taylor Edwards, as we mentioned, batting in the cleanup spot. Klingler's getting the start at first base. And we see Aaliyah Andrews ready at the top of the order for Team Kilfoyle. They'll lead things off in the bottom half of inning 1. Andrews off to a 5 for 11 start. Fouls it away. She faces right-hander Alicia Ocasio in the circle for Team Lorenz.
And Alicia Ocasio, similar to Cork from game 1, just mixes speeds a lot. We'll see her go to her off-speed pitches. She's got an off-speed drop that is so dirty. She'll have a curve. She has a fastball, a rise ball, but mainly keeps the ball down.
And her team has staked her to an early 2-0 lead. Wave and a miss and a strikeout for Ocasio to begin the game for the right-hander as she gives us her self-scout.
Hi, I'm pitcher Alicia Ocasio, and my favorite pitch is my off-speed drop. I think it's just a dirty pitch that falls off the table, and I love to keep batters guessing.
But what's so great about Ocasio is she's so versatile. We just saw her go to that rise to get Andrews chasing. She'll go all around the zone. She'll change eye levels. She'll change speeds.
And she started Bates with a changeup, and now Bates right back to the circle, and Ocasio throws her out. Going to go a little more in depth here with the arsenal of Ocasio.
Yeah, and there's her fast curve, rise, and a drop. She's around mid-60s with all of her hard stuff. Her slow stuff, her drop, her off-speed drop is that 52 miles per hour, which kind of serves as a changeup. Keeps hitters really off balance.
2 outs for Claire Davidson. Team Lorenz scored 2 in the top of the first, so they're looking to keep Team Kilfoyle off the board, and that would give Team Lorenz the team inning points. Let's hit the right center field, and will be playable for Victoria Hayward. 3 up, 3 down inning, and indeed the 10 team points will go to Team Lorenz. They lead 2-0 at the end of an inning. Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. That was yesterday, Taylor Edwards' home run. She got to wear that party hat. We head to the top of the second inning. Team Lorenz a 2-0 lead. Bottom 3 in the order. Come up for Team Lorenz. Sierra Romero will lead off. We have our star in the stands tonight. We say hey to Jadelyn Alchin. She was just on the field like about 45 minutes ago. Your team really hit the ball well. Big win for Team Wallace.
Yeah.
You had a couple of hits.
Yeah. Really good game overall for us, honestly. Great day to be on Sky 2K, honestly, today.
What's the Sky 2K?
Sky 2K,
Like
Sky Wallace?
Sky. Well, I mean, more so. I guess that her number. I gotcha. I gotcha.
I'm going with the 5 of
I'll catch
Y2K.
up. I'll catch up. I got it. I was like, give me that. Give me the reason behind that. So, Jadelyn, just talk about playing AUX. Now you're in Champ Series. Has there been a big difference between the two?
I mean, not so much of a big difference. I mean, it's obviously a few more players that I've played with, against, grow up watching. I mean, it's just been an awesome experience being able to kind of rekindle, pick up friendships where we left off. It's just been awesome and an easy flow with everything. Between the difference of AUX and here, I mean, for me, it doesn't feel too big of a difference. I mean, obviously, besides the double-header days, but I mean, it's been awesome.
What have you learned about yourself since the transition from college to being a pro athlete?
Yeah, that's a heavy question for me. I mean, really big difference with, like, oh my gosh, who do I go to? Do I steal right now? Do I steal later? But it's like really on me, on how I use my talents, my skills. So just being able to learn more about myself and how true I am to those skills and talents, and being able to use them kind of in the perfect time, perfect sense, whatever the scenario calls for. I mean, I have 3 different stances in the box. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but just being able to know what each of those stances kind of call for in certain situations, certain pitchers. So just kind of learning more about those little skills and being able to incorporate and translate them on my own onto the field.
You got to coach yourself. And so, you know, just taking it back to UCLA, you talk a lot about how Lisa Fernandez was a big impact on you, and what are some nuggets that you've taken from her?
Sorry, can you say that again? It was like...
No, I got it. No, just taking you back to UCLA. Yeah. You just transitioned. You talk a lot about Lisa Fernandez being a big impact on your career, just your last year. Just talk about some nuggets that you've carried on here from her.
Coach Lisa was absolutely awesome to me. I mean, all the coaches there just were able to believe in me and just kind of keep talking to me, to keep day to day, just, hey, what's going on? What do you need? Where are we at? Like, how's it going? And Coach Lisa, I was able just to kind of get connected with her on a different level of like, hey, this is my life. Like, this is where I'm at in life. Like, just to let you know. And she's like, all right, I understand, and we can work around that. Like, we can get down to the nitty gritty, and some days, like, she'd kick my butt, but that's what I need. Like, I mean, everything that was done there, I feel like I definitely had a blast there. It was a great way for me to just kind of have fun, let loose, trust what I know I can do, and they were able to kind of give me free reign of that and able to let me bloom the way I did. And it was just an awesome experience. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
No, I didn't mean that.
I don't want to get in the way of this Bruins Love Fest that's going on right now.
I didn't mean to make you cry.
No, it just meant a lot to me, and the whole staff, the whole team, just my whole experience there meant a lot to me. Especially with Bubba, now being with Bubba and Shar, I mean, it's awesome just still having those little memories here too, just to keep me going.
So, Jadelyn, for folks who don't know, you spent your first 4 years at Washington, but you are a California person.
Yeah.
And spent that final year at UCLA, and obviously it made a huge impact on you, just even though it was just 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, I had aunts and uncles that were able to come out more frequently, which it felt like a kind of family reunion, which we feel like we haven't had in a couple of years. So it's just awesome being able to play not only like UCLA home crowd, but my own home crowd too, which was really special to me.
By the way, Urtez had a 2-out base hit, and there's another 2-out hit. This one from Victoria Hayward.
Ooh.
And there's a strong throw from
Good job, Kaylee.
Kaylee Harding.
Yeah. Good arm.
So second hit already for Victoria Hayward. Hey, I want to go back to Sky 2K. Is that what you called Skylar Wallace?
Sky 2K.
Sky 2K. Being that she's a rookie and a first-time captain, I mean, you've been around pro ball long enough. Well, how has it been for somebody that's that relatively new to pro softball to have that responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome just to see her kind of navigate herself along with like veteran kind of inputs, but she's been able to kind of guide us in the right way of like, hey, I chose a competitive team, so that's kind of what I expect. So we're like, yeah, we're so with you. You chose the right people. Let's go. So that was kind of the feeling that we had from her, and like, wow, like, yeah, we're all in. We're bought in on this. Like, whatever it takes, really. So yeah, she's done really well with just, hey, like, here's the plan, here's what we're doing. If you need any explanation, let me know. She's open. I mean, communication's there, so she's been really, really good for us as a leader.
Love that. And just going back to you just talking about earlier, having to make some adjustments on your own and having to coach yourself. What are some goals that you have for yourself as we get through Champ Series?
I would say goals for myself is, I mean, it's my rookie year. I gotta give myself grace. I mean, I haven't seen pitching from Lexi in a couple years when we played in college. I haven't seen Rachel Garcia in a couple years, but there's also people who are just like brand new to me. So it's like giving myself that grace at the same time of, hey, we have the grace, but we need to compete too. Like, we need to figure it out along through the game. Wow, that almost hit the bird, actually. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Did we almost have a Randy Johnson moment out there? He's going to take care of the inning. Hey, we're going to come back to you later. People need to know who Sherlock is.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about Sherlock. We're going to let everybody in Westwood kind of wipe the tears away for a moment and get recollected. Thanks, Jadlyn. Well, Jadlyn Olchin's Team Corrick almost seemed like Team Corrick. It was really Team Wallace because Georgina Corrick was outstanding. A complete game, her second as a pro.
I mean, today she was absolutely dealing. Her tempo, her command was on point. Her ability to go side to side with that changeup and pinpoint it no matter who was in the box. She was delivering on the mound today.
Let's take a look at the Game 1 MVPs brought to you by the U.S. Air Force, and understandably Corrick got the top MVP with 60 points. Sachelle Palacios, number 2 with 40. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, big game for her. So it was a sweep for Team Wallace in their 11-3 win just a short time ago. First pitch swinging, Taylor Edwards ups it up to the left side for the first out. Edwards, who had a 2-run double and a 2-run homer her last 2 at bats last night, pops out on the first pitch she sees tonight. And Alicia Ocasio set down the first 4 Team Kilfoyle hitters and gets ahead of the 5th. Sydney Romero with a strike. Ocasio set the side down in order in the first, striking out 1. After getting ahead of Romero, now 2 balls and a strike on Sydney. Two for 12 start here in the championship season, and sends one out to center field, and Bubba Nichols 2 outs. Savannah has more on Amanda Lorenz and Team Lorenz.
Yeah, when Amanda was named a captain for this week, she said that gave her a little bit of nerves, and that's not something that happens often for her, especially at this point in her career. So she said, you know what, I am going to lean into this challenge and see how it turns out for me. And she called back to an experience that she had at UF, not as a player, but as a coach. She talked about when she joined that staff as an assistant, head coach Tim Walton could sense that she was a little hesitant, holding back when it came to talking to the athletes and giving her advice. And he came to her and he said, listen, I brought you onto the staff for a reason. I trust you. don't worry about what you say or, you know, how it comes off. They understand where you're coming from, and we have you on the staff because you have great things to say. And she's talked a lot about how that experience has allowed her to step into this leadership role with confidence, being a captain and leading her own team.
Absolutely, Savannah. Thank you very much. Kaylee Harding battling the sun and perhaps a passing airliner, and makes the catch, and Ocasio has another 1-2-3 inning.
Biggest goal for week 2, I think, is honestly, I want to go out there and win 3 games with a little bit more control of like the lineup and stuff. I want to like utilize all like the power hitters. Like I think this week we have so many great hitters. I'm already thinking about like how am I going to pick like who's going to be in the lineup. So many people are good, and so I just want to go out there and win all 3 games, and whether that be throw full games on Friday, Sunday, or even like throw 4 innings Friday, 4 innings Saturday, 4 innings Sunday. So putting together how I'm going to get the team points and how we're going to end up on top.
Well, Lexi Kilfoyle has certainly jumped all in on the responsibilities required when you become a pro softball player.
Yeah, and trending with starting strong in her first and second innings. Usually she has 11 strikeouts, but just her ability to want to just take the ball and lead in the circle and get it done for her team, and also leverage the power hitters that she has. But I just love her leadership that she has as a rookie of just like, hey, I want to get this done, and I'm going to go right at them.
2 strikeouts the first 2 innings tonight for Kilfoyle as she faces Bubba Nichols. It is a rollover inning. Neither team scored in the second. So you got 20 team points on the line for the team that scores the most runs, if they do, here in the third. Bubba called out on strikes first time up. Three, 4, and 5 hitters here for Team Lorenz, who scored 2 in the first. Hannah Flippin 2-run double. Flippin coming up next for Team Lorenz. Bubba was the champion in AUX, which finished off, I think it was June 25th in Wichita, as a little over a month ago. Earned it on the final day when our team swept a doubleheader and got just past Jocelyn Allo. Kilfoyle ready with a 2-2 pitch.
Just Bubba, she's just such a consistent hitter, and during AUX, I mean, she was seeing the ball big, and you know, it came down to the end between her and Jocelyn Allo, but it was, when we talk about those team wins, she really was a captain at the end, depended on her team to get that team win that last night.
She's called out on strikes for a second time. Kilfoyle strikeout number 3 tonight. When you look at the breakdown, Kilfoyle right now atop the leaderboard, and granted it's just day 2 of week 2, and you see how she has done it with her stats, the team wins, the MVP awards.
Yeah, and you know, the thing that stands out to me is the stat points, 222 stat points, and she's just getting it done. Those strikeouts we talked about in the beginning inning, she starts strong.
Flippin rolls it out to Sydney Romero, and Flippin, who had the 2-run double first time, going after the first pitch, and that's 2 outs. So Kilfoyle has set down the first 2. Bases are empty for Tori Vidalis. Tori swinging short hop. Sydney Romero. Kilfoyle sets him down in order with some help from Sydney Romero. 2-0 Team Lorenzen. Two nothing Team Lorenz leads. Bottom of the 3rd inning as Team Kilfoyle comes to bat. It's Alicia Ocasio that Two-run double by Hannah Flippen in the first, the only scoring, and Victoria Hayward going to join us amid action here at the bottom of the third. Victoria, great to have you with us. Appreciate you taking the mic tonight.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
When you made the catch to end the last inning, I said you were battling the sun, and maybe perhaps there was a passing airliner as well. I think it was probably more the sun.
Yeah, we got wind blowing in, we got like sunlight, we got all the things.
Airplanes.
Yeah.
Victoria, I just, we passed each other in the airport months ago, and we talked about coaching and your passion, and congratulations on your new job. Big question for you as you're playing right field, but your plans on the culture that you want to bring, the impact that you want to leave.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of awesome fitting right now because Delaney Wiz is up right now and she's on staff with me. So my first piece was just like hiring people that I really value the opinions of and think have the exact same vision as me. And so Delaney was one of my first calls. So just, trying to be great role models for them and just building off of, and come on, Amanda. Good job. Just trying to build, pieces of every culture we've been a part of. So whether that's Washington or UCLA for her, Team Canada, just San Diego State, everywhere we've kind of been together. And yeah, just trying to take the best pieces from all of those things, but then also make it our own, and we're really excited.
I love it. You're a vet, a seasoned vet. Talk about the rookies. What are you seeing from the rookies this year?
The rookies are really fun. I mean, there's so many of them, which is awesome, and I think just any new face in here is a new challenge. Like, just getting to face Lexi Kilfoyle and having her stuff be really elite, and just having like that new problem to solve as a hitter is really fun. But they've just brought great energy. They're ready to learn. Some of them just come in and they're like, I want to play for 10 years. And like those conversations were just never happening, when we were our first years in the league. So that's pretty awesome.
We talking about you want to solve a problem. You're solving the problem. You've got 2 hits. Tell me what you're seeing from Lexi Kilfoyle.
Nice job. Her stuff is great. I mean, I got to see her last week. So just every AB you have off of someone is just, I got to watch her from center field in the scrimmages, and then just, every AB I'm just trying to get a little bit better. But I think I heard her say it afterwards. She's like, I got to get that pitch a little bit more in. So I'm glad she made a little mistake and I was able to get that second hit. But she beat me on that pitch before a couple times. So it was nice quick one, you guys. It was nice to get that dub, and hopefully we can keep it going.
Yeah, we're going to have to do this again. By the way, you're the new head coach in Nevada, just to connect the dots.
You guys so good.
We're going to rejoin that a little bit more. That was quick. They go down in order. We finished 2-0 Team Lorenz. Going to have another rollover inning as the last 2 no scoring in either after Team Lorenz scored 2 in the first. Well, the road to the Little League World Series in Williamsport continues. In the regionals, we'll have 2 games for you tomorrow afternoon on ESPN and ESPN Plus. The Southeast matchup in Warner Robins, Georgia. It's at 2 Eastern. Then we'll have the Southwest Regional from Waco, Texas. The games in Williamsport will begin Wednesday, August 14th on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Team Lorenz comes up. 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Megan Wiggins up. Big hit in this game, a 2-run double. Hannah Flippen the top of the first off Lexi Kilfoyle. That has been all the scoring to this point. Both teams won yesterday. Wiggins, one hop to shortstop Sydney Romero, who's been very busy. She's gotten the last 3 assists. Last 2 of the third, and the first one here in the fourth. Savannah, what do you see from Lexi Kilfoyle?
Well, we've talked a lot today about the importance of these pitchers' catchers, the way that they impact them, and for Lexi Kilfoyle being one of those first-time captains and a rookie and a starter, that's a lot of pressure. And if there's somebody that relieves that for her, it's Taylor Edwards. She told me when it came to putting together this team, she was a must for her because she gives her all these little reminders. Hey, don't forget your breaths throughout the game. Focus in on winning each pitch. And for her, Taylor Edwards has been a big part of her success because of how calming she is. She says they have really similar personalities. She's described describe them as chill and relaxed. And having that confidence in Taylor's pitch calling is just a weight off her shoulders. It's one less thing that she has to think about with all the responsibilities that she's balancing as a captain this week.
You know, Savannah, it's really no surprise in baseball and softball how many managers, head coaches are former catchers. Because not only do they have to handle this demanding position, Natasha, they have to handle the pitching staff and have to really kind of be an amateur psychologist.
Absolutely. And I mean, just Taylor Edwards specifically, I don't feel like we talk about her enough about what she does for her pitchers behind the plate. And it's no wonder Alexi Kilfoyle wants Edwards to be able to throw to. And yes, the reminders of the breath, but for me, it's the pitch calling, the sequencing, and just being able to mix up pitches and being able to bring out the best in Alexi Kilfoyle.
Sierra Romero fouls it down the right field side. Well, the last 3 balls hit by Team Lorenz have gone to shortstop Sydney Romero. Is Sierra Romero going to continue that trend and actually hit a ground ball to her sister?
Yeah, she's like, I might try to go the other way.
Yeah, she was going the other way on that pitch. Keep it away. She doesn't want to hit it to her sister. And he's called out on strikes. 4 strikeouts now for Alexi Kilfoyle, who's bounced back really well after that first inning.
Yeah, and she's really settled in. I mean, just take a look at where this pitch lands. It's a little up in the zone, and Sierra Romero is not too thrilled about that. Usually Alexi keeps that ball down, but just location and with 2 strikes, too close to take.
Because of that first inning, primarily the pitch count for Kilfoyle, and again, she has started the 4th inning, and Ocasio has not yet, but much higher pitch count. She's now retired 7 in a row there as she gets Jordan Roberts on a ground ball to the left side. Midpoint of the 4th. Here come the bats for Team Kilfoyle, down 2-0. Well, a 2-run double for Hannah Flippen in the first inning. The only scoring. Team Lorenz leads 2-0. Team Kilfoyle batting bottom of the 4th. And we had a chance to visit in mid-action with Victoria Hayward last inning. I think the whole inning took about 90 seconds. It seemed like it went in a hurry. So we've got Victoria still mic'd up. Hello again out in right field, Victoria Hayward.
Hello again.
Hello again, head coach of Nevada. And I will get a nasty text from Danielle Laurie if I don't mention and let you talk about winning a bronze medal for Canada in the Olympics, since it is Olympic time again has rolled around. And the experience in winning the first ever medal for softball for the country of Canada.
Yeah, I mean, Danielle and I are bonded for life over that. So she would probably, as her partner in the booth almost always, she would definitely give you a little bit of steam for that. But I mean, I think it was an incredible journey, so awesome. You know, it was like a life-changing experience. We had to work super hard and be super united. So it's a little bit emotional watching the Olympics now, just knowing that our sport's not there. Nice job, Tori. That was so good.
That was a great play. So Victoria, are you planning to stick around for 2028?
Oh my gosh. We're taking it 1 year at a time. There are some days where I see all these rookies come in here and I'm like, oh my gosh. Is it just time to fade off into the distance? And then some days I'm like, oh my gosh, I could do this forever. So
yeah, and then some days you're, got 2 hits against Lex Kilfoyle. You're just killing it.
Life is great.
Yeah,
on those days, isn't it? Isn't it so much fun?
No, I hear you. I hear you.
I need us to secure these innings, and I'll feel a little bit better. But life's pretty good for the blue team right now.
Yeah. For watching the Olympics, what's been your favorite event that you've been watching?
Well, we just watched soccer today, but I think the gymnastics has been really awesome. When we were centralized training together, we actually trained with the Canadian gymnast, Ellie Black. So kind of cool to just have like an actual connection with someone competing against, Team USA gymnastics, who are so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But good job, Lily. Ooh, yeah!
Ooh, nice.
I did not think that was a strike.
So a strikeout of Sis
Okay, good
Bates
job, you guys.
from right field. Apparently, it did not look like strike
to be fair,
3.
from right field, I really can't see much.
You're almost out of the sun, aren't you?
I know. I didn't put the sunglasses back on because it was getting a little too dark. So, but I think it's fine.
So
Lily is rolling.
What I wanted to, now I'm going back to like 10 conversations because I just really want to know because I'm just really curious. So Lexi Kilfoyle, what's the feeling like? Her speed is like a heavy ball. Like what does it feel like when you're in the batter's box against her?
Yeah, honestly, we've been doing a lot of comparing to Carrie Eberle, who is actually her pitching coach at Oklahoma State. So it does feel a little bit different, but it's a very heavy ball. And it's got a little bit of tail, so you can see like it kind of tails like back onto the plate if you're a righty. So the outside pitch just like really feels further away from you than you think it is. So kind of seeing that the first time, you see like a lot of rollovers, then you kind of understand where the ball's trying to go. But she's doing a really good job mixing more of her speeds right now. I know she's got a little up pitch too, but it definitely feels heavy. And she hits great spots. Like when she can just pinpoint that drop out to both sides, and it's a hard pitch to get under. And then when you got the wind blowing in, like you have to manufacture a run right now. No one's really going to leave the yard. Good job, Lily. Whoa, that looked like a strike.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Victoria, there, but
I can't see anything from right field, so I have no idea.
We'll let you know. You want me to tell you if it's coming to you?
Yeah. I do feel like Claire hits a lot of balls to right field.
3-2 pitch hit foul. Hey, by the way, you're not the only Division I head coach here that's playing. That's got to be the cool part.
Yeah. No, and the minute I saw her, I was like, Morgan, I have so many questions. So just having her have done it a year before, and then, you know, just leaning on my people is what you have to do in order to, you know, figure it out. So
yeah.
She's been great.
Yeah. What are some questions or what are some conversations that you guys have been having about being a first-time head coach?
Just like year one, what do you wish you knew, like day one, just kind of putting her back into my position. And so just like, hey, what were your thoughts on rules and standards and expectations, and how do you present your culture, and just kind of like what are the biggest things that you learned, because she's also a very offensive mind. Like she's a hitting coach that turned head coach, so that's kind of been my role in my career, was always handling the offense. And so like how involved were you on the other side of the ball? So our plan right now is Delaney is like one of the best defenders here. She can literally play any position. She's been a catcher. She's called games. Like she's so experienced on that side. So I'm glad I have someone I can trust on that side, and just our whole staff being able to like actually delegate things and have everyone try to be good at what they're good at. And I know she's done that at Marshall with her whole staff of former AU people, which is awesome.
Yeah, so is that your plan to take over hitting and do the offensive approach?
I think so, yeah. That's where my heart is. That's like what brings me joy, is having, you know, people have those aha moments and just like the grind of the cage and having it come to, I like being in the mouth of the dugout, having those combos.
I love it. So in the fall, you have a freshman come on campus. You guys get in the cage. What are the first couple things that you like to go through with your hitters?
I think just getting to know, like, have people come in and like help evaluate them, just like their bodies, what are their strengths. Yeah, Lily, here we go. What are their strengths, and just trying to maximize those things. I don't really cookie cut. I think like people that are coming into your program are already good for a reason. So can I help teach them why they're good at that thing and make them better at that thing? And then ultimately like use the season to, you know, okay, how do we hit this pitch? How do we train to hit the next Lexi Kilfoyle's drop ball in the Mountain West? Just kind of those things. So I really try to not change too much and just build trust and kind of teach them how they can compete with any pitch.
So now just talking about AU, I mean, you've been here since day one. How have you seen it evolve, change?
I mean, the level of competition is crazy. You know, the players just keep getting better and better, and the pitching has gotten so much better. Like, there's no pitcher that you're, you know, thinking you're going to get a hit on, or you're feeling like you should get a hit against. Like, they all have elite stuff. So I think that's upped the level of training from all the returners in a really cool way. And we're just seeing more players actually be professionals, like full-time, which is going to make our sport better in every way. I mean, I look at Lily, like she's a pro. She's a pro of all pros. She's training all year round. And just like we were talking before, she keeps a book of all the hitters. I was like, Lily, what do you got on me in there? She's like, I have stuff on you from 2020. So you're just like, how do you keep competing? How do you keep competing against the same people and continue to beat them? Like, you just have to evolve. Here we go, we got two.
So Victoria, you're a Division I head coach at Nevada. you...
In. Romo. Yes.
Run down. That'll take care of it. You know what? We're going to let you go, Victoria. That was all outstanding. We appreciate you coming along for an extra inning.
Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Victoria Hayward amid the action. 2-0. Team Lorenzen at the end of 4. Rollover inning coming up since Team Lorenz, the only team to score back in the first inning, 2-0. And our Sunday night baseball matchup, the series finale of a 4-game set, the I-55 rivalry, Cards-Cubs, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. And the coverage all begins at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific with baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. And ESPN2 will have another StatCast edition presented by Google Cloud. Well, Lexi Kilfoyle has taken herself out from the circle and inserted Peyton Gottschall.
Yes, and Gottschall is a complete different look from Kilfoyle. She's more upspin, keeps the ball up, throws a rise. She'll go east to west with her curve and her backdoor curve.
Gottschall, who played 3 seasons at Bowling Green, and then the last 2 at Tennessee, just finished up her collegiate playing days. So she did play in AUX. Well, really was one of the top relief pitchers in AUX, had 3 saves. Well, Team Lorenz leading 2-0, and Nisa Urtez fouls it away. We're able to get the mic back to Jalen Alchin. So our star in the stands. Hey, Jalen again.
Hey.
Well, I teased it the last time when we went to break, when we were talking with you, that people need to know who Sherlock is. So tell us about your cat Sherlock.
Yeah, so got a little orange and white tabby cat around November for an early birthday gift, and I travel with him honestly everywhere. He's currently at where we're staying right now, just maybe tearing things up, which I'm scared of. But yeah, he's an adorable orange little tabby. I mean, he's just been the best. He's a little over a year old, so still waiting for those teenage years to kick in. I can't wait for that one. But yeah, he's just been awesome just coming back home too, especially after, I don't know, game days. It's just fun little time with him, and then kind of a little good reminder from back home. And then, yeah, just been living with him. He's been my roommate for the past 2 weeks, so.
By the way, you are not the only player that brought their pets.
Yeah.
They are everywhere at that hotel.
Yes.
There are cats and dogs all over the place.
I love it. I love seeing all the little doggos around. I know, I think it's Claire who has her cat too. So good to know that I'm not the only one who brings their cat around, because it seems a little weird, but not really. Like, it's not looked at as normally as dogs, but it's fine.
Just curious, I mean, so is your cat in a cage when you get back, or like you just let him roam freely back in the room?
I don't think the hotel needs to hear this.
I know, right? I'm just like really curious.
He's such a scared cat that I like open the door and he kind of runs the other direction. So that's like the best part. I mean, traveling with him, he doesn't even make a sound because I feel bad. He's anxious, but I mean, we got to get from one place to the other somehow, some way. So we got to just, come on, let's go.
Jalen, so what's your plans in the fall? I mean, you've had a long summer. You've had a long season. You just came off your college season. You played AUX at the top of the summer. Now you're here at Champ Series. What do you got planned in the fall?
I mean, after this, I feel like there's so many opportunities with just the experience I have on the field with just everyone in general when it came to sports. I mean, I have experience with my education and all that, but I think I'm going to take just this year to figure out, like, hey, I have time to get into a grad assistant program. All right, like, what do we want to study? Because I absolutely love just school in general.
What are you interested in?
I have so many things. I mean, I did my undergrad in education and disability studies, and then I went to UCLA, did marketing, so completely different. But I mean, I just have so many different passions. So being able to just learn about different aspects of literally everything and how it's applied to in the world is interesting to me. So it can be the most random thing, and I'm like, tell me more about it, because how does it work? But back to what I was saying. Sorry.
It's great. I'm up here shaking my head.
I don't know. There's just a lot of time for me, and I understand that. But at the same time, I kind of want to push myself to, get out there, do lessons, do something, just stay in the softball world, stay in the athletics as much as I can. So just either looking for opportunities, creating opportunities for myself, or just keep I'm just going to keep networking and just go where the wind takes me, roll with the punches. That's how I kind of live my life. But I don't know. I'm really excited for myself in the fall just to figure out what I want to do, kind of who I am without softball, right? Like during this time. But I don't know. I'm really excited for myself to take time for myself away from softball, just to figure everything out and what I really want to do beyond just sports in general. So I'm really excited for myself, honestly.
Well, it sounds like a fun future ahead. We'll let you go with this. I won't even call it advice. It's just school is like playing sports. Do it as long as you can until somebody else tells you you can't.
Exactly. I just love learning. I don't know what it is, but just keeping myself in school has just always been so exciting for me. I mean, my parents actually told me I'm as competitive in the classroom as I am on the field.
That's amazing.
So I just want to keep carrying that, honestly, and just see how far I'm able to take myself with that. So thank you for that. It kind of pushes me.
Jalen, you and Sherlock continue to be good residents of the hotel, and we will appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Have
a good one.
Our star of the stands, Jalen Olchin. 2 first-inning runs for Team Lorenz, and the team captain up here, and Wex one foul down the left field side.
Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, when you graduate or finally finish your collegiate career, you feel like you're entering to a whole world of opportunities. And so I love her mindset of just keeping your options open, possibly going back to school. But when you have so many passions, I love that. Just try to pursue them and just keep ticking off the things that don't make sense for you, and eventually you'll be exactly where you need to be.
And Lorenz had a bunt base hit and a run scored in the first. Flied out last time to center. Facing Peyton Gottschall for the first time tonight. Another foul off to the left into the bullpen.
Oh, no.
We lost a bullpen catcher.
Oh, no. A for effort, though.
Yeah. Five hits total in this game. They all belong to Team Lorenz. Strike 3 call on the inside corner, and a 1-2-3 inning in Gottschall's first frame. Going to the bottom half. 2-0 Team Lorenz. Well, our 4th rollover inning. Haven't had any scoring. The only scoring in the top of the first inning. 2 runs for Team Lorenz. So Team Kilfoyle's got a chance to pick up 40 team points if they can score a run here and do something they haven't against Alicia Ocasio, and that's really developed their offense. The only base runners they had came with 2 outs in the 4th. But Davidson was hit by a pitch and Edwards walked. And Romero popped out to win the inning. But Ocasio retired the first 11 Team Kilfoyle hitters of the game.
Yeah, Ocasio is throwing quite the gem. We've been chatting away, and she's just been down there working and getting it done and working quick.
6, 7, and 8 hitters for Team Kilfoyle. It's Ocasio facing Harding, Wiz, and Klingler. But again, Team Kilfoyle with a run can get themselves 40 team points these last 3 rollover innings. Backing up, Sierra wanting that. Romero makes the catch. Savannah has more on Delaney Wiz.
All night tonight we've talked about how these players just evolve and get better, and Delaney Wiz made some really specific adjustments coming into the season to try and make herself a better hitter. She completely changed her load and her stance. So looking at her in the box, she described how she's a little bit more grounded. She's lower in her stance when she steps in. The goal for that was to have less movement and be more adaptable when she sees certain speeds. And it's something that she's done to try and make herself a little bit better hitter this season. Natasha, how does that play into, especially as a pro, not sticking to maybe the things that have always worked for you, but going, hey, I need to do some things differently to make myself better?
Well, the athletes that are the ones that set themselves apart are the ones that are constantly making adjustments. And so I love what you said, that, you know, she was trying to be able to adjust to more movements, but she's still been able to supply power by staying more in her legs, and that's what you have to do. I mean, she's facing pitchers that are constantly changing the speeds. We know we were talking about the Kilfoyle earlier. We're talking about Nicasio now, being able to change the speeds, but definitely being able to make those adjustments and evolve throughout your career. That's how you make a name for yourself, and that's how you keep a job.
Well, I remember a few years ago, Delaney Wiz, she had transferred from LMU to UCLA. UCLA, several catchers went down with injuries, and Coach Inouye Perez said, hey, have you ever caught Delaney? She's like, no. Do you want to? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. And she became a catcher in the Pac-12, never having done it.
And that just speaks volumes about Delaney Wiz, of just being coachable and just the ability to just always want to change, adjust, get better, level up. She does such a great job of it.
Well, she earns the one-out walk. All three base runners for Team Kilfoyle off of Casio have been free passes. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Bailey Klingler looks at ball 1. Bailey with a ground out to third, her first time up. He's 2 for 9. Out to center field, and Bubba Nichols. Casio gets out, number 2. I look at the scorecard here, Natasha, at where Team Kilfoyle maybe hit a ball right on the screws and just had some bad luck or something, and I can't find it. There hasn't been really a lot of hard contact against Casio. She's been avoiding the barrels real well.
Yeah, I haven't seen any hard contact, and it's been a lot of weak pop-ups, little flares, a lot of ground outs. Just doing her job of just keeping these hitters off balance and keeping their timing off.
That's shot towards right field, but reaching up, it's caught by Victoria Hayward. That's about as close as Team Kilfoyle has come to getting their first hit of the game. We have finished 5 more rollover innings as we go to the 6th. 2-0 Team Lorenz as we go to the top of the 6th. But right now, let's go into the game with Sis Bates from the U.S. Air Force.
I'm feeling crazy now, girls. Yeah, kid. Here we go, kid. Lexi, yes. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. I like hitting her hard stuff. I feel like it stays pretty true. The off speed is pretty gross out of hand. Have you faced her?
I have not. I've only caught for her.
And it's hard to see.
So you would recommend the hard?
I would.
Well, Sis giving a little scout there on what they're seeing from Casio. Been pretty nasty.
Yeah, then some dirty stuff and just some good advice. I think she was talking to Kowalik. They're similar hitters. Kowalik is a rookie, and so has only faced her, has only caught her behind the plate. And I mean, I just love Sis Bates. The energy, she's so silly and goofy, plays with so much energy and passion, but, you know, loves the game, and her softball IQ is off the charts, and just to be able to talk the game and hear inside her brain is a lot of fun.
A lot of team points on the line here. 50. We haven't had any scoring since the first inning, so 4 rollover innings. Somebody can find the run column and come away with a lot of team points here. 0-2 to Bubba Nichols. Nichols flipping in Vidalis. Top of the 6th inning. Second inning of work here for Peyton Gottschall, who set down Team Lorenz in order in the 5th inning. 4 innings for Lexi Kilfoyle. Gave up the 2 runs in the first. Strike 3 on the outside corner. It's going to bring up Hannah Flippin, and she has the key hit in this game. That 2-run double in the first.
And Hannah Flippin has just been the difference. And for Team Lorenz, they knew that they needed to jump on Lexi Kilfoyle early. Once they got those runners on, Hannah Flippin being able to capitalize those runners in scoring position.
After that 2-run double in the first, she came up in the 3rd against Kilfoyle and grounded out to the shortstop, Sydney Romero. Right now 38th on the leaderboard. Flippin was really fresh off a dominant performance at the WBSC Softball World Cup in Italy with Team USA. Hit over 500 in that. They won the silver medal. Japan won the gold. Will this stay in play? Actually, easily. Yeah, that's the third baseman whiz down the line and in fair territory. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Well, Athletes Unlimited continues tomorrow for Sunday, 3 Eastern, 2 Central Time. Back over on ESPN2. As Team Wallace, they got to win today. Over Team McQuillan, they will face Team Lorenz, who's threatening to be unbeaten this weekend if they hold on to this lead here. Two outs, bases empty for Tori Vidalis. A couple of ground ball outs for Tori tonight. She takes upstairs and 2 balls, no strikes. Will flare out towards right, and Sis Bates backs up to make the catch. Gottschall's got a couple of perfect innings of relief. We're going to head to the 7th, or bottom of the 6th, 2-0. Well, that shot of Taylor Edwards holding Kelsey Stewart Hunter's young son happened pregame. We usually don't advise bringing babies into the dugout during the game. They're more than welcome before or after.
Yeah, I know.
Alicia Ocasio, check out what's going on right now. She's allowed 3 base runners, 2 on walks, 1 on a hit by pitch. Megan Faremo is the last player in championship season, and that was not quite a year ago, but guess what?
We jinxed it.
There is the first hit of the game for Leah Andrews.
Well, we jinxed it, and then that keeps Aaliyah Andrews' hitting streak alive.
That is true. That is now 15 game hitting streak for her. And as soon as she gives up her first hit, Ocasio is going to depart. Ocasio, after 57 pitches, took a no-hitter into the bottom of the 6th. Will depart for Sandercock. So 57 pitches for Alicia Ocasio, and she was rolling right along. Retired the first 11 batters of the game and did not allow a hit until the leadoff base hit just moments ago by Leah Andrews here to start the bottom of the 6th. And Catherine Sandercock takes over in the circle for Team Lorenz.
Yeah, and you almost got to wonder if that was planned. Ocasio was doing a great job, but Sandercock, a great compliment to Ocasio. Throws a more heavier ball, has a drop, keeps the ball down as well. A little bit more speed.
Sandercock picked up the save yesterday in their win over Team McQuillan and went 3 2/3 innings. 3 hits, allowed 1 run through 46 pitches. Sis Bates bunting, foul back. Savannah has more on the Ocasio situation here.
Okay, I have your answer for you. So we were all watching that hit column, seeing the 0, but Alicia Ocasio had no idea. Nobody came to tell her. They just let her do her thing. So when that first hit was given up, she said, hey, you know, that's pretty standard. It was no outs. We were moving around to the top of the order. And they go, hey, you're done. Great job. By the way, until now, you were throwing a no-hitter. So good work.
Wow.
She didn't know the plan because she was just in the zone. So that was how the decision was made. And, you know, she was happy coming out of there to pass it over to Kat Sandercock.
Well, we know Alicia Ocasio. She's a colleague at ESPN. Does great work with that as well. Do you actually believe, Natasha, that she didn't know she had a no-hitter?
Oh, gosh, I'm like shocked that she didn't know. I mean, you have to know. A pitcher knows that you don't have any hits on the board, and so
it's the right thing to say. I understand why she said it. Comes an 0-2 pitch. Another one pulled foul by Sis. So Sandercock, who again, as I mentioned, got the save yesterday, throwing 3 2/3 innings of relief. Comes on here with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Getting a lot on the line. It's tying run at the plate in Bates. And she's going to drop one into center field. And Andrews, with her speed, just coasts down to second base. And it's 2 on, nobody out. Back-to-back hits for Team Kilfoyle. Well, we have a chance to visit with Alicia Ocasio. Welcome in, Alicia.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have our colleague here on ESPN and commentary. And all right, so Savannah said you were unaware that the no-no was going on.
I was aware. I think our dialogue was more towards the plan of Amanda Lorenz as far as taking me out. So obviously it was in the back of my head. I feel like as a pitcher, you're always thinking about stuff like that. But even though you try not to, but it was, I mean, defense was stellar. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and you were pitching stellar. I'm like, there's no way that you don't know that you have a no-no going. So I love hearing that. But just what was working well for you today?
You know, Jordan, I want to give all my praise to the defense and to Jordan because she did such a great job calling this game, and I'm just so proud of her. I mean, obviously playing college ball with her, seeing just how she's grown behind the plate and how she's just came into herself, and she's becoming a great pitch caller, and she's just phenomenal behind the plate. But I was throwing a lot of rise, not as much off speed today because that's my MO, is trying to go against my scouting report. So just kind of mixing it up, higher in the zone, throwing my off speed a little bit later and not as often.
Yeah, no, I love hearing that. I mean, just giving all the praise to your battery mate, your catchers. I mean, I think a lot of young girls need to hear that too. Like, you can't do all the work by yourself, and so I love hearing that. Also talk about like your defense. What's it like being playing for Amanda Lorenz as captain?
So good. I'm having so much fun. I also played with Amanda Lorenz in college, so I knew that she was going to put together a competitive team. But not just that, the defense, like you look at who you have out there, like Tori, Sierra, Flip, Nice, all these outfielders. I mean, I felt like I was really competitive, but just looking behind me, I knew that they had my back. So every time the ball was hit, I was like, out, because I just knew it. I just knew.
Team vet, that's what I'm calling you guys.
Yeah, we like to call ourselves that. Our theme this week is the Seasoned Sisters.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We appreciate you sitting for the chair chat, Alicia. And we'll see how the game plays out, but really nice work tonight. It was fun watching it.
Thank you.
Good job, Alicia.
Appreciate you.
Alicia Ocasio, kind enough to join us for the chair chat just moments after exiting the game. Edwards to short, reaching up, caught. Urtez was looking to try to double off somebody to end the inning if she could. I thought she was initially going to go to second, then through to first, but she does get out number 2.
Yeah, and just does a good job of making that catch. But what was great was her trying to look for that next out, knowing that there was an opportunity to double up.
I think she did initially out of the corner of her eye see Andrews and wanted to go to second. And was like, nah, I ain't going to get that. And almost like in mid motion, just threw it towards first base. So it was 2 on, nobody out. Now it's 2 on, 2 outs for Sydney Romero. Getting those team points on the line, 50 team points. Since we've not had any scoring since the first inning. Fly to center and pop to second. Sandra Cock, 3-time first team All-ACC. And her second championship season. Finished in 22nd place in her rookie season a year ago. It's looking like she's got a pretty major role coming out of the bullpen for Amanda Lorenz this weekend.
Yeah, she's been put to the test right to the gates.
Rolled up the first baseline behind the bag. Taken to the base by Vidalis. And after giving up that hit to Bates, Sandercock shuts the door. We go to the 7th, 2-0 Team Lorenz. Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. Well, will 2 runs in the first stand up? We'll find out as Team Lorenz comes up in the top of the 7th with that 2-0 lead. Well, the road to the Little League World Series in Williamsport continues in the regionals. We'll have 2 games for you tomorrow afternoon on ESPN and ESPN Plus. The Southeast matchup in Warner Robins, Georgia is at 2 Eastern. Then we head to the Lone Star State. It's the Southwest Regional game in Waco, Texas. And then the games in Williamsport as we look ahead begin Wednesday, August 14th on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Megan Wiggins leading off the top of the 7th. So now, with all the rollover innings, you got 60 team points sitting out there. If somebody wants to claim those. And of course, the outcome of the game still in question here at a tight one. Right off the end of the bat, knocked down. Romero doesn't have a play at that point. Wiggins reaches to begin the 7th. See if they score that hit or error as we get our up to the minute look at the leaderboard. Kilfoyle did give up the 2 earned runs in the first inning. She's still atop the leaderboard. Lorenz behind. As we look through the top 10, that was charged as an error, by the way, to Romero. So first error of the game charged to either team. There's Sierra Romero laying down a bunt. Klingler was able to get there and then make a good throw to Bates. But a bunt for Sierra Romero advances Wiggins down to second, and that sac bunt worth 10 points for Sierra Romero.
Yeah, the vets are just getting it done. I mean, playing textbook softball. Sierra Romero, perfect bunt. Being able to move the runner, move Wiggins up. 60 feet, setting Jordan Roberts up.
Well, we heard Alicia Ocasio with very high praise for her battery mate tonight.
Yeah, that was so fun to hear. I mean, just from her perspective, and obviously they have a great relationship going back to the Florida days, but just being able to see her growth and Alicia Ocasio acknowledging that, but just her ability to call such a great game. I'm sorry, and for Ocasio just to be able to sit back, be comfortable, and do her job on the mound.
Jordan Roberts, by the way, came in with a 7-game winning streak, that being that the team she has been on has won their last 7 games. And when you even go back to last season, she's 12-2 in her last 14 AU championship games. And if you think she's a big reason why, I mean, you're not wrong. Thought she had ball 4, but instead it's a strike and it's a full count. Peyton Gottschall in her 3rd inning of relief. And that is ball 4. It's the first walk that Gottschall has allowed. Well, hey, lacrosse fans, you can catch Athletes Unlimited Pro Lacrosse tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ESPN2 as Team North concludes week 3 against Team Kennedy. Again, 1 Eastern, noon Central on ESPN2. First pitch strike. Anissa Urtez 1 for 2 tonight. Well, the base hit to center back in the 2nd inning. If you're Team Lorenz, you not only want to add to that 2-0 lead here, Natasha, but those team points will look awfully good too at the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm shooting for, is those team points. If I'm Team Lorenz, is let's push a couple more insurance runs across. Let's pick up those points.
Left field, Claire Davidson coast over and read that one well. Runners are going to have to stay put. Off the bat, it looked like it had a chance, but Claire Davidson had it measured all the way for the 2nd out. But the lineup will turn over for Team Lorenz. As you see, the team facilitator, Emily Carasoni, with the lineup card out. We may get a pinch runner. Yeah, Ocasio's going to get back in the game as a pinch runner at first base for Jordan Roberts. So it was nice to get her in the chair chat, not knowing that she would actually get back in the game as a pinch runner, and now there she is.
Just showing off her athleticism and her versatility. I mean, one thing that I love about Ocasio is that she is a complete athlete. She can get it done defensively. You can put her anywhere position-wise. In college, she played in the outfield. She played 3rd. She pitches. She plays 1st. She can do so many great things well, and she also can hit for herself and run for herself, and so just a complete package.
There's Victoria Hayward, who takes a strike. We've had some great conversations with Victoria Hayward tonight. In fact, she's probably talked more on the broadcast than I have, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, actually. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ocasio's the trailing runner. And Wiggins down at 2nd, 2 on, 2 outs, 1 and 2. Two hits for Victoria Hayward, 2 for 3. Popped out her last time. Slow roller. Whiz threw her out. Her assistant coach at Nevada gunned her out by an eyelash to end the inning. Last chance for Team Kilfoyle when we come back. They're down 2-0.
She was gonna go change too. Like really competitive. Like every pitch
Really
was competitive. Yeah. Love it. Good call.
Love it.
Like glare, not like bad, but annoying. But we're good. It's.
The 5th inning is over.
Yes, Lily.
Roll on. We're moving to.
Woo! Go lead us. Come on. We need this one.
Great to have Victoria mic'd up tonight.
Yeah, just all the great communication, and she's such a leader out there and just fun to watch. You can just hear her passion. I mean, I want to have a million conversations with her just to be able to talk the game, but just her passion just bleeds so strong with loving softball and just being able to talk the game.
Rachel Garcia comes in off the bench to pinch hit here for Team Kilfoyle. Got the game on the line, 2-0 Team Lorenz leading, and 60 team points. If they can just score a run, that's slow roller. And there's Roberts, who throws her out at first base to start the bottom of the 7th.
Just take a look how she pops out. She pops over the bat, almost like an obstacle course. That spin move of just being able to know exactly where first base is and gets that throw off. That's a big time play right there.
Now it's Delaney Wiz back towards the circle, juggled but grabbed by Sandercock, and that's 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 7th, and Team Kilfoyle down to their final out.
First baseman, 38, Bailey Klingler.
Sandercock trying to finish off the final 2 innings of the game and pick up her 2nd straight save in as many nights. Bailey Klingler 0 for 2 with a ground ball out and a fly ball out. The only runs of this game, the 2-run double from Hannah Flippen off of Kilfoyle in the top of the 1st. So 4 batters into the game, it was 2-0, and the score has not changed since then. And it looks like it's going to end 2-0. It does so. Romero throws out Klingler. And Team Lorenz with a shutout victory, 2-0 over Team Kilfoyle.
Yeah. Team Lorenz, the seasoned sisters. I love that. I mean, just playing like true vets tonight, and you could just see that they like to get it done. They were applying pressure, capitalizing earlier in the game, and capitalizing when they had base runners and getting and executing when they had runners in scoring position.
Ocasio was outstanding. Took a no-hitter into the 6th for Team Lorenz. Sandercock finishes it off, but all the production and scoring-wise came from Flippen 4 batters into the game, a 2-run double.
Yeah, it seems like a long time ago, but Hannah Flippen just doing what Hannah Flippen does, knowing that she's got those 2 ducks on the pond, making sure she can get that run production for her team early in the game.
And Flippen's down on the field with Savannah.
Hannah, it was the first inning that really counted for this team. For you to be able to jump on early in this game, what allowed you to step into the box prepared that first time around?
Yeah, having a plan. I mean, I faced Kilfoyle last weekend, and I know she's a grinder and a great pitcher, and so I knew if we were going to score, we had to do it early and just jump on her, and we did.
We heard from Alicia Ocasio how important this defense was. How has that end of the field really clicked this week?
Yeah, I mean, you saw it today. We didn't have a lot of strikeouts, but we played perfect defense, and Joe showed it off perfectly right there. That was awesome, and it's just such a huge part of the game to get everybody out.
I know this is the seasoned sisters. For you to be able to play with people that you've been with some since you were in travel ball, college, all through pro ball, how have you grown from this group in particular?
This group knows how to play the game, and they know how to play it right. Romo dropping a sack bunt down when we needed to move runners, like that's that's what this group is about, because we're vets, because we've been here, because we know how it works, and I'm just grateful to be around the group.
2-0 heading into Sunday, couldn't be in a better spot. How do you build on today and yesterday to possibly close out this week undefeated?
Yeah, I think just keep doing what we're doing. Quality at bats and great pitching. Our pitching staff has carried us this whole weekend, and hopefully we score a few more runs tomorrow. But I feel like I can breathe right now. So
thanks, Flippin. Mark, Natasha, back to you.
Savannah, Hannah, thanks very much. So Team Lorenz is going to get Team Wallace tomorrow. That game on ESPN2 at 3 Eastern, 2 Central Time. We are not finished yet here from Rosemount. We'll take a timeout, come back with more after this. Team Lorenz with 2 in the first, thanks to Hannah Flippin's 2-run double, and that stands up. Ocasio took a no-hitter into the 6th. Sandra Cock finished it off 2-0. Team Lorenz beats Team Kilfoyle. Chair chat with Amanda Lorenz. That was a really entertaining game to watch. 2 high-quality teams. But let me start bigger picture with you, Amanda. 4 first-time captains this week. You're not one of the rookies. The other side had one at Kilfoyle. Just tell me about how stressful has it been being a captain for the first time?
It's been really stressful. I think more because I want to lead everyone to success. So instead of just being angry of a loss, I'd feel sad, like I led them in the wrong direction. So it's definitely been stressful, but I drafted everybody on this team for a reason to help with that, and I love that I've had so much trust, and I've had a lot of fun with this group.
Well, Amanda, you're 2-0. You're doing a great job being captain. So don't be too stressed. You've got your feet kicked up. You look good out there, girl. So
thanks, Tosh.
Talk about just why you drafted these vets. Why did you have a whole bunch of vets on your team?
Yeah, I wanted to go off of experience and how many years I knew these people, and not just what happened week 1, right? So I know all of them very, very well, and so I know that what they're capable of and what gets them comfy, what gets them grooving. So I just wanted to provide a place where they could all thrive.
Hey, when we talked with Lexi Kilfoyle after their win last night, she mentioned she made a call to her head coach from Oklahoma State. She called Kenny Gajewski. Did you call the boss man, Tim Walton, this week at all to kind of get an idea, make a call down to Gainesville, or no?
No, I worked for him for a long time, played for him for a long time. I feel like I just know usually what he's going to do and think as of now. So no, but definitely I know that I was more prepared because of the lessons that he's taught me.
Yeah, well, I think you have head coach in your future. I can see it. You did a great job. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Talk about just the offensive plan facing Kilfoyle. I mean, I would love to hear the season's veterans' opinion and strategy facing Lexi tonight.
Yeah, I want to know, because you bunted in the first inning, and that was a big play. Not everybody would have bunted, especially Amanda Lorenz.
Right?
Yeah, I think that was my first bunt since travel ball. So, but what pregame hit, Vic was like, "Hey, the goal for the first inning is no one's going to get out on a ground ball." So, really just trying to find the bottom of the ball. She's been so successful and has done such a great job, really playing like a vet. So, immediately we wanted to come in with a immediate adjustment and trying to do something cool. And honestly, I was just like, "Hey, I kind of feel like I'm going to get a changeup first pitch, and I want to bunt it and see." And then I was like, "Oh," and then sack, and I was like, off of my bat. I was like, "Oh, that felt really good. I might be able to leg this out a little bit." So, so I was just trying to run as fast as I could, but really I just felt it in the moment. It was not pre-pitch or anything. It was literally right when I got in the box.
Yeah, showing off your speed. You look fast.
Thanks.
Talk about Ocasio tonight. What were you seeing from her?
OG Lily, she felt really competitive, especially after the first inning. I think us just having competitive at-bats and doing some vet stuff on the bases gave her a lot of confidence, and she came in after the first inning, she's like, "I'm feeling really competitive. We're going to win this game." And I was like, "Yes, that's my girl." That's why I drafted Lily. I think if you go back to my first year with AU, struggled a little bit, and Lily was the one that believed in me every single time and was picking me early in the draft, even when I wasn't producing how I wanted to. And she got me out of my shell and got me to really start to thrive in this AU environment, and so I'm so excited that I was able to do that for her too. Not she needs help, but it was really fun to just be able to play behind her.
Well, we were trying to figure out the last time you laid down a bunt. Our research does not go back to travel ball from California for whatever years that happened to be, but we're glad that you cleared that up for us.
Thank you. I'm here for you guys.
And we're here for you as well. Thanks, Amanda. Great talking to you in the chair chat.
Thank you, guys. Go Blue, go Gators.
Amanda Lorenz, her unbeaten team this weekend, going to take on Team Wallace tomorrow at 3 Eastern, 2 Central on ESPN2. And look at the leaderboard. Look what's happened now. By 4 points, Lorenz has jumped in front of Kilfoyle atop the leaderboard.
And that's just how important it is to have those team wins. And Amanda Lorenz getting that team win tonight and jumps up on the leaderboard.
You know, also had a big day today from our first game was Skylar Wallace, who's jumped back to the 3 spot. So you get Lorenz going against Wallace tomorrow. You don't want to miss that game on ESPN2. That is going to be fun. And this was a fun day, Natasha. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, just the nightcap and just a great little pitching duel that we had there between Lexi Kilfoyle and Ocasio, and seeing the seasoned vets do some work.
Time to sign some autographs for the players. That's going to take care of things. Team Lorenz wins it over Team Kilfoyle 2-0. And again, Athletes Unlimited continues tomorrow, 3 Eastern. 2 Central, ESPN2. Team Wallace faces this red-hot Team Lorenz squad. And that's going to take care of day 2 of week 2 from here in Rosemont. For Natasha Watley, Savannah Collins, our outstanding crew, I'm Mark Neely. Thanks for sharing this one with us. Good night from Rosemont.